Stamping friends. It's Marilyn here with Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you today from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. We have had some snow here, as maybe you have where you're living. Let me know where you're at and if you've had snow as well. Today it is melting. It's messy and yucky outside, but and no sunshine, but at least it's not 40 below, so that will come, I'm sure. Today being close to Remembrance Day, I am going to share a card I made with a poppy stamp set today. And I'll show you that in a moment. A few other things to share with you as well. I have been working diligently trying to get my website so that I could sell online classes there, and I do believe as of this morning I got it working. So check that out and watch my newsletters and my posts on Facebook and whatever for up and coming classes. So I really appreciate your support wherever it is, whether it's there, whether it's through my online store, or just by commenting for me. I love your comments and I love when you share cards as well. So please do that and continue to do that. So I'm going to switch the camera now and put you down to my desk, and I'll show you a few things that I have. Try to do this without causing you a lot of dizziness. And looks like you can see my desk. It's kind of crooked, but anyway. And my phone looked like it was working. I don't know when I'm checking. Oh, yeah, looks like we're in the right place. So welcome. This last weekend, if you have watched a number of us Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, you know that we attended On Stage at Home, which is a virtual live convention that Stampin' Up! Does annually. There was lots of awards, people honored for achievements, lots of new products shown from the new January to June mini catalog that's coming out. Just a note on that, if you do want one of those, please let me know. I'm doing up a mailing list here by the end of November, and I will get them out to you. Sale-A-Bration. The mini catalog is 92 pages, so it's not very mini. And the Sale-A-Bration, of course, is smaller, but it does have a lot of great items as well. So keep that in mind. New host code for November, if you are shopping online and order, is under $200. Really appreciate it if you use that host code. My 12 weeks of Christmas is still happening. And everyone on my mailing list will get a copy, and that's the only place it goes out. It doesn't go on my website or Facebook or anywhere else. So it's 12 weeks of Christmas projects. We are working on, I believe we're going to number 6 this week, 5 or 6. They're ready, so I don't remember the number exactly, but if you need to sign up for haven't signed up for my newsletter, you might want to do that. A bundle that Stampin' Up! Is sharing with everyone early is this bundle, and it is Curvy Celebrations. So it became available November 3rd until January 4th. You can get all of these pieces. So there's a stamp set with dies, a Christmas stamp set, and Christmas paper. The Christmas stamp set and paper are only available till then, January 4th, or while supplies last. So the entire bundle, I'll show you more detail in a minute, is 10% off, so $96 plus your shipping and handling and GST. So quite a great variety and great, see if you can see it, yeah, great stamps and whatever. I just got mine, so I'm just sharing it with you. I don't have samples other than one that a friend of mine did share with me. This is one that Lillian shared, so it's got the curves, the stamp, and the paper. The Quite Curvy is going to get you through a number of seasons, whether you do these in spring colors or fall colors, some flowers, there's birthdays, you're 1 in a million, And because they're photopolymer, you can maneuver those stamps in different directions when you mount them on the blocks. So you can make them go curvy like these, or you can make them go in circles or whatever works for those. And then the Christmas set, of course, is a little more Christmassy. It has some spruce trees, some stars, but I've seen that done with birthday. May your days be merry and bright. Think of you at Christmas. There's a bow, there's a Merry Christmas, and again, they're photopolymer. Don't they look awesome when you haven't touched them yet? I don't have any ink on them or anything, but and the paper, and again, because I've just got it, I hadn't, you can see the different, oh, love those colors. They would be crumb cake, cherry cobbler, Sahara sand, not crumb cake, shaded spruce, and white. So great variety there again for us for creating. So I'll just tuck those out of the way, and I will get on to the project for today that I showed you on my post. And we have, this is the card we're going to make because we're close to Remembrance Day. I, for one, always stop and remember on that day, and as it's coming closer, I had, my grandfather was in the World War I and served as well in World War II, but here in Canada. World War I, he was over in Europe. My uncle was in the forces for, I'm going to say, close to 30 years. He's now retired and living in BC. And my brother was in for over 25 years, and he has retired from the forces and living the winters in BC, where it's much warmer than here. But so great family members that I honor, as well as all the others, and some of those who didn't come back. I had some uncles on my mom's side as well. So it is a great day of remembrance. So I felt in order to honor that today with my card, I would do this one. Trying to get the lighting so you can see it a little bit here. So it has poppies, which again is our Remembrance Day flower, and always remember. And those come from, the poppies come from Painted Poppies. And I'm going to show you a couple things with the other sets here, or pieces here. And the words are from Peaceful Moments, and that set I use a lot for all of these different words. The happy birthday, sympathy, thank you, and the always remember is just the right size for what we're doing here. They also have a matching, Peaceful Moments has a matching die set, and lots of really neat things you can do with the dies there. But I'm just going to show you what I did with those, not actually work with the dies that much on this one. You can see by my sheet, I have basically used, the designer paper is from the Magic in the Night designer paper, which is more or less a Halloween package, but I really like this black and white flower design, so that's what I used behind here. My Real Red, my Poppies, which I did color with the blends, and then I did coordinate with just a bit of a stamp on the inside. So we'll start with that. Hopefully you've got some supplies along with you, and you're going to stamp with me. So again, folding our regular 8.5 by 5.5 card base. Then I have a 5.25 by 4 designer paper, and it is varying shades of colors, so you could decide. To me, it goes that way if I'm doing my card this way. I have the 5.25 by 4 that will go on the inside, and I will stamp a little bit on that one just to dress it up. And then my two greeting pieces, or focal points, I guess, 3 3/4 by 2.5, in the Real Red and 3.5 by 2 1/4 in the Whisper White. And that's basically all there is to it. So I'll start with stamping. I, for one, like to do all of my stamping first before I put anything together. And because I've got words, and I know paper has two sides, so just bear with me while I get my head in the way here and put my, always remember, while you're watching and waiting and whatever, let me know what it's like for weather in your part of the country and what you've been stamping lately. I'm sure with all of the increased COVID things happening, a lot of you have been spending more time at your craft desk and coming up with creations for maybe for some Christmas ideas. Let me know what you've been doing. Share your creations on the post under this when I get it posted. I'd love to see them. And also, I'd love to hear if there's anything particular that you'd like me to show you. If I have it in my array of tools, I will certainly love sharing it. So the other piece I want to stamp is this. And I did it on this one with red, and I really like that. So I will clean my, love how clean my cleaner is, my scrubbing chamois. It does get cleaned once in a while, but hasn't been for a little while. And I decided when I stamped that one, and I think again, I don't want the whole poppy stamp on there. And I'm not going to color it. And you don't really need to see me color all of the other one. But I did find, I'll just show you a couple things that these markers, you can see I've got X's on them because I used them last Christmas to color poinsettia paper, and we used them a lot in classes as well as myself. So the brush tip I discovered is pretty well dried up. So I did work on these yesterday when I was doing the samples, wasn't yesterday. Used the bullet end, and it works much better for these tiny spots anyway. And as long as you stamp with the Memento ink to begin with, you can go right over it and do your coloring. I love how the red and white just pops when you do something like this. You could, if you were so inclined, you could do some shading on them. I did not, and I was amazed when they introduced this stamp set last year at our convention. The lady who did the demos said she had researched, and I didn't know this, maybe you did, but you can get poppies. Poppies come in all colors, and she had quite a visual for us to see of that, which surprised me. I have, of course, my favorite is the red ones because it does remind me of the Remembrance Day. But let me know as you're watching, what is your favorite color? I know I have seen blue, I have seen yellow, and I'm sure it depends on where they're growing as to what color they would be. And perhaps, I know with other plants, it depends on what kind of soil they're growing in. So let me know. I don't have time to, or the capability to look at all your answers right now, but I certainly will look afterwards, so please do that. So any Any of you have plans for tomorrow? I know some places are hosting Remembrance Day celebrations of days on. And years ago, my hubby and I were just talking about this yesterday, this is like a puzzle. How many times does it take me to get my Facebook Live working? I think we're going again, so not much left to do, but I do want to finish this and finish the story I was telling you. Was about getting Christmas cards ready on Remembrance Day. I used to do that when I was in high school and had the day off, but now I'm still working on my classes. I have one of those coming up on the 25th. Registration ends tomorrow for that. So if you'd like to join me, it's all on Zoom, and we'll have kits ready without stamping on them. And there, I'm just going to move that out of the way. I do have some other cards to show you, so hopefully you have come back or are coming back or will watch the replay or something to see some of the other neat things done with this poppy set. So I'm going to put my greeting layer on with dimensionals, and we will be done. Oh no, I see I have a Wink of Stella pen laying here that I was going to. Now you could obviously put that up in the corner farther, wherever, but I like it that way. So Wink of Stella is a Wink of Stella brush, not a pen. You shake it and you can add some sparkle without getting glitter all over your work surface or whatever. So I don't know. Thanks, Bonnie. I see you say you're back. So am I. I hope. I think it was a internet issue, and that's just my guessing. You can see the sparkle in there, I hope. So anyway, you get the idea of that. I love a little bit of sparkle on there, but not too much glitz. The reason I think it's an internet issue is the fact that I heard the TV go down too. So anyway, hopefully things make sense as you see them now. So I want to show you another card that I made with that set. This is cut out with the dies, and just I laid the, quit holding it up so high, and what I should do, oh, if I can, I put the pieces back in where they belonged. Okay, there is a way of doing that I just learned about, using tear and tape on the back of it, which is a neat technique, and I can show you that in a card another time. The other thing that I like doing with this particular set is using, let's see if I can hold it on here, maybe better, using press and seal from your kitchen, and it holds the things together so you can work with them. But I use a gold and a burgundy or rich raspberry in the background there, and you can get, by cutting 2 of each, you can get 4 flowers and then mount them. Obviously this one I didn't use the second set, so I still had them in my case, which is where I keep them, so I know where they are. The other thing that you can do with the dies is the different shades of green, which I did on this card, and that is cutting the background one out with this, and the front one with this. So lots of possibilities with those. So that was that card. And then I have a few others. This one is done with cutting the outline area out of black and just the rich raspberry out of the plain. So you just layer them on top of each other, highlighted with some gold. And this is a paper that we had before. Oops. This is another one with paper that we had before, and that same poppy stamp that I used on here, only it's in black with a for lack of a better description, a blob. So that would be this kind of thing. This one actually stamped on the inside to give it that color. And another one with the background cut out of designer paper, and then the bordering out of the main cardstock. So, and again with the leaves like that. So lots of possibilities with those sets, and they can be used for whatever, not just for Remembrance Day like I'm looking at this time. So hopefully you've enjoyed, and hopefully you will share your cards that you're making below these posts, and we'll all get to see them. And I will be back next week. Thanks for joining me.